What up, this is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Netflix film Sergio. Hey, before you watch this review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. And if you would like to help support this channel, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. That's patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this. First up, I would like to say thank you to Netflix for granting me the screener to this film, which had premiered at Sundance Film Festival earlier this year. Sergio is a marvelous, all-encompassing drama about a man whose principles and mission and commitment to love are constantly challenged by the way the world works. The film also has that romance in the middle of war, Casablanca vibe to it, but it's also visceral and well-written and emotionally gripping. Directed by Greg Baker, in this true story-based film, Wagner Moura plays the charismatic Sergio Vieira del Mayo, who has spent the majority of his career as a top United Nations diplomat working in the world's most unstable regions, deftly navigating deals with presidents, revolutionaries, and war criminals for the sake of protecting the lives of ordinary people. But just as he readies himself for a simpler life with the woman he loves, Carolina, played by Ana de Armas, Sergio takes one last assignment in Baghdad that's newly plunged into chaos following the US invasion. The assignment is supposed to be brief until a bomb blast causes the walls of the UN headquarters to come literally crashing down upon him, setting into motion a gripping life or death struggle. A few things that you'll notice when you watch this movie is that a big chunk of the story is set during Sergio's effort to help East Timor gain their independence from my homeland, Indonesia. The reason is because Sergio's time in Iraq was cut short when he tragically died. So the film often goes back and forth from East Timor to Baghdad to when he and his colleagues are trapped under the building's collapse and debris. But the whole East Timor thing is very significant because that's when we get to see Sergio's conflicts, either with his own decisions or with his own colleagues. And we also get to see his humanitarian and confrontational sides. The times in East Timor are when we get to really know Sergio the person. And Wagner Moura really disappears in his character. I mean, it does help that both Wagner and Sergio are Brazilian, but Wagner really comes out strong and passionate and is not afraid to be vulnerable. The film is very extensive. Some might suggest that the whole romance part could be trimmed down a bit, but I say it's good to give our hero something to lose. The scenes in which Sergio is trapped inside the blown up building, the way they were shot kind of reminds me of Oliver Stone's 2006 movie World Trade Center. In this case, instead of the spectacles around him, it focuses more close-up on Sergio struggling to survive and ultimately dying in his final hours. Very claustrophobic, and it feels like we're in there with him. And lastly, in my opinion, Oscar-nominated screenwriter Craig Wharton is extremely careful with the politics and the themes of Sergio. I mean, the film is pretty obvious in pointing out that the United States screws up and breaks a sovereign country, but more than that, Craig utilizes that aspect to shape and mold Sergio and make him more complex. The man really believes in what United Nations stands for, but it often goes against the United States agenda. So screenwriter Craig Wharton keeps it within those parameters as opposed to making a larger, broader political statement. It's all about this idealist who genuinely goes out there and listens to people and negotiates with leaders instead of treating the world like a global chessboard. I think this film, Sergio, can do a lot of good to a lot of people who watch it.